And thank you for the work that you did to get us into the White House. And to win control of the Senate and to keep control of the House. You all did that work. And, you know, sometimes you make it look easy, but it's not. It's hard work, it's difficult work, it's around-the-clock work, it's work that requires great sacrifice in terms of the other commitments in your lives. And you do this work on behalf of people sometimes that you meet, on behalf of people that you don't meet. You do this work on behalf of people that may never know your names, may never know my name, but will be forever impacted and to our mission uplifted because of the work of the people in this room. And so when I think about where we are, based on the work that has already happened to get us here, I know it has been hard work and good work. I also want to give a special shout out to the Californians in the room, because how could I not? But to everyone, thank you again. So I just returned this morning from Poland and Romania. And I'll tell you that everything that you were watching on television, I know makes you understand and feel the importance of this moment on many levels. When I was meeting with our allies, I emphasized that the greatest strength that we share is unity, especially at this moment, as we stand together in defense of democracy and stand together in defense of each other. And that unity and our collective resolve has been strengthened, of course, since Russia's re-invasion of Ukraine and Putin's war. Russia's invasion threatens not just Ukraine's democracy, it threatens democracy and security across Europe, and by extension, when democracy is threatened anywhere, it threatens us all. And the ocean that separates us will not leave us untouched by this aggression. So I will say what I know we all say, and I will say over and over again. The United States stands firmly with the Ukrainian people in defense of the NATO alliance. And I'll tell you, while I was there these last couple of days, I met with the presidents of both nations, and I met with refugees from Ukraine, some of who are Ukrainian citizens, others who were students studying in Ukraine from other countries. And, you know, they feel very alone, of course, because of the experience they've been having. One of them was a 22-year-old student from Morocco who fled by himself, doesn't know anybody. And because of the experience they've had, they've of course not been in a room like this among the population, the multitude of people who support them. And I told them, and so what you did to stand and applaud them in this point means a lot. I told them, people around the world stand with them and they are not alone. When I was there, I met with a group of American troops who were there with a group of troops from Poland, working together, training together, attempting to understand each other's language, but yet speaking the same language in their fight for what is important about this moment. So again, I thank you all. Days before, I traveled to Poland with many of you, I was in Selma to commemorate the 57th anniversary of the march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. That historic place, which is a stark reminder that we must always remain vigilant to safeguard freedom and democracy. Because we all know in this room, neither is assured without our vigilance. And defending democracy then takes all of us. As I said last week about the great Congressman John Lewis, this fight for democracy, for freedom, for equality, for justice requires of all of us, like John Lewis modeled, it requires from all of us a clarity of purpose and a determination and diligence to always keep our eye on the ball, understanding that in this fight for democracy, we must appreciate its character and nature. We must understand that when we have a democracy that reflects its values by treating people with a sense of equality and fairness and justice, we can see when it works, it possesses great strength. And we must always remember the duality of a democracy in that, yes, there is strength, but a democracy, by its nature, is also fragile, meaning it will only be intact if we fight for it and never take it for granted and be vigilant with a sense of clarity every day. And that's what we in this room stand for. All of us fighting and marching and pushing forward together to reach our ideals in the constant effort to create a more perfect union. You know, when the President and I took office, our country was facing the aftermath of a reckless president, the COVID-19 pandemic, and questions about America's leadership on the world stage. We had a plan to get America back on track with the support of the American people and the leaders in this room. We knew, all of us, our election should herald a change in direction, not just a change in management. And President Biden and I then, with your help and leadership, chartered a new course for our nation's future.